Okay, so this is how you put these grades into Elluminate, and then you will put these things from Elluminate into Skyward as their last test before we enter the final grades. Let me put on my fake blue blocker glasses to really see in here. So I opened up the WAG and I went to week 7 here, the end of cycle assessment. I'm going to open it up on Elluminate. And there are 5 questions. So it's page 3 of this answer of whatever this document is, which I'm going to share with you. So this is question number 1. If they answer all the questions correctly, they get 4 points. 5 questions correctly, they get 3 points. 3 to 4 questions, they get 2 points, etc. for question number 1. Question number 1 looks like this, which I'm going to also share with you. So this is the Google Forms like information from all the responses. So you would go down to Molina and you would see which kids did it. And then if they got all of these questions correct and the correct answers are right here, then they would get a whatever it's listed, like a 4. And then if they got like one of them wrong, they would get a 3, etc. So that's for question number 1. And so then on Elluminate, when you find the thing from the WAG, I've already started putting some in. You go to enter edit. You find your kids. And then put myself up over here. So I've already put in for question number 1. So you would just go through, and that's how you grade question number 1 from this blank quiz. So then question number 2 is another A-B question. Hold on, let's see what this says. Okay, I figured it out. So then for question number 2, you go to Nearpod, and you would go to your class's math test. They're all separated, and it has it like listed on there. So I would go to these 3 dots, and then reports, and then click on whatever it was. And this, and then you're going to go to quiz, and you can see question 2. These are the 2 things that you're grading. So another thing is after you do the first, like you do question number 1 and you put it into Elluminate, whatever people have not taken it, just go ahead and like send that dojo to all of them. Like, hey, your kid hasn't done the math test, because this will be like their final grade, and they'll get it, and they'll get a 0 if not. So they still have the 1 day tomorrow to finish it. So be like, you still have tomorrow to finish it. And then tell them like, text me if you finish it, because if you don't text me, I'm not going to check again. And then if they do text you that they went back and finished it, then you would go back and do this whole process just for that one student. So that because they should have multiple opportunities to finish the assessment. So, and I just did like a mass text, and then if they did tell me, I just like wrote their name down. Like, oh, I finished the test. I'm like, okay, thanks. I'll check when I'm checking them. And I just wrote their name down so that tomorrow, like right before I'm doing report cards, I'll check on those specific students that they told me they finished it, and I'll put in the grades that way into Elluminate, and then and then I'll put them again in Skyward. Okay. So for question 2, I went to Nearpod, and the first question says write a number sentence. So if they got both correctly, just give them a 4. If they got 1 incorrectly, you can just give a 3. You don't have to be like that strict on them giving a number sentence, because it doesn't look like a lot of them did. And then if they got it incorrect, but they solved like a little bit, a 2. And if they got it wrong, just give them a 0. So like this would be a 4, because it says 25 plus 6 equals 31. If they gave no answer, I'm going to give a 0. And same for the other one. So like if I would go through and be like, okay, Ariana put 25 plus 6 equals whatever, that's correct, and she put this, that's correct, so she gets a 4. Alexander put nothing for this one and nothing for this one, so he gets a 0. Exidi said no answer for the first one and no 0, so she got a 0. But if they answered one and not the other, like you would give them a 3 or a 2. You get the idea. That's question number 2. So you would go through Elluminate. So you'd have this side by side and put in whatever they got for question 2. Then, back to Nearpod. For question number 3, the end of the rubric's at the very bottom of this document. If they do all 4 of these correctly, then they will get 4 points. If they get 3 points, 2 points, 1. So you have to like go through again. So, oops. How long is the crayon? You would go through, like Ariana got 1 right, and you can just count, like pencil, she got 2 right, 3 right, 4 right. Oh, great. So then I go into here and I give Ariana a 4. So you could have this in 2 different things. For question number 4, I have it on Nearpod. Go down to question number 4. It's just the one question. And you could just use the same rubric. And then question number 5. Here, let's see, how many centimeters long is A? So if there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 parts of question number 5. So that's this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so all 5 of these questions would be, you have to go through and be like, oh, Ariana did this, whatever. Maybe you could like take a tally. I was kind of thinking like it would be easier to do together because you could be looking at this while I'm on Elluminate and be like, okay, Alex got 1, 2, 3 or whatever, and then put it into Elluminate that way. But I guess just having two different things open would be fine. Okay, so that's the gist of it. I'm going to forward you this. I'm going to add you to their Nearpods, and I'm going to forward you this. And I'm going to forward you this. No, I'm going to forward you this one because this has the little thing for Elluminate for you to have. Okay, that's kind of a lot. I'm sorry that this assessment is really, really hard to grade, but this was the only way I could possibly find how to give it online. And I knew this was going to be a little bit of a nightmare, but it could have even been worse. So, okay, I'm going to forward you all this stuff. Let me know what you think.